What's up, guys? Welcome to the Ace of Plays channel and to my first video after leaving Gwent behind for now. I've been thinking long and hard about what I wanted to do, and I just came to the conclusion that, at least starting off, I should just do something fun. Something that I know I will be able to enjoy. Something that I think can resonate with a lot of you. So we're going to play Divinity Original Sin 2. This is a really, really good game. I've never been able to finish it because, you know, this and that. But I really do want to finish it because it's a really fun game. A lot of love has been put into this game. The mechanics are great. It's an RPG, which is one of my favorite genres of gaming. And I hope that, you know, many of you who, you know, obviously, you know, came to this channel for Gwent, maybe came to Gwent from The Witcher, which is an RPG, so maybe you have a little bit of RPG running through your veins. We can only hope. But we're going to be playing Divinity today. We're going to start off our adventure. I'm going to be playing as Beast, which is one of the origin characters. So, just quickly, for those who don't know, in Divinity, you can make your own character, like completely custom made. You design their appearance, give them whatever name you want. But you can also do origin characters, which are characters that already exist within the world. And they all come with like their own side quest, which really takes place throughout the entire game. So it's just an extra layer, more stuff to do, more stuff to learn. Normally I make custom characters, but you know, for this video series, I thought it would be nice to just be able to get as much out of it as possible. So I'm going to be going with Beast. He is a dwarf. We can listen to his origin story. It'll only be real quick, just to tell us what Beast is all about. So let's do that real quick before we get into the rest.
Just thinking about someone I used to know. My cousin. The Queen, in fact. A tyrant. I tried to stop her, but things don't always go according to plan. She cast me out to a forgotten island, and made short work of my allies, too. Lucky for me, I was able to commandeer a ship, and began a new life for myself, out on the high seas. Aye, but I hear that the Queen is at it again. And there's something darker behind her madcap schemes this time. If I don't stop her, I don't know who will.
So yeah, that's Beast. He is a sailor. He's a dwarf. You know, he is fighting his cousin, the Queen, who is a tyrant. And apparently she's back. And yeah, so his side quest, which I've started before when playing this, like I said, never finished it. But it's all about, you know, stopping this queen. And you know, I love dwarves. I love his accent. I love his name, just Beast. He's just a dwarf named Beast. That's awesome. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to just getting into the nitty-gritty with Mr. Beast here. Mr. Beast. Oh god, no. So you can alter the appearance a little bit. And I did really like seeing Beast with like a thick mane. I do like this hairstyle though. What else we got? I don't like that. That's like his generic one. Do we go with the main? Let's go with the main. I mean, he really looks like Odin with the eye patch and the Viking style beard. But this is a young Beast in his prime, right? Pumpkin butter hair. No, we're keeping the beard. Oof, although that's a nice beard. I mean, let's go with the young Beast. Back when he had a mustache. No, we gotta. I like this. This makes him look really young. Just young Beast. I like it. So I have a build figured out, or not figured out, but I looked up a cool build that I wanted to use. I'm going to play Beast as an assassin. In Divinity, you can mix and match as much as you want. But Beast is a dwarf, and dwarves do naturally get a +1 to sneaking, which is going to be really good. But you have build presets, which just set up stuff a little bit for you. But I have, like I said, I've picked out a build. It's an assassin build. And so I'm basically net decking the entire build for my character. But while I do enjoy mixing and matching and being able to really do whatever you want with the character, I also really enjoy just not having to think about min-maxing and how to make it an efficient character, and just find like a cool thematic build and go with it. So we're going to play an assassin. I'm just going to set up the build real quick. I'm not going to make you watch this because there's going to be a lot of looking at my phone and back to the screen. So I'll see you once the build is done. Obviously, there's not much to do at level 1, but still, I'll see you shortly. Alright, so I've gone ahead and taken care of all the character creation stuff. The only thing worth mentioning, to anyone who knows how this game works, and potentially interesting to those who don't, there's a talent called Lone Wolf, which basically does it so that if you only have 1 or 2 party members instead of the maximum of 4, like if you limit it to 1 or 2, you can take the Lone Wolf talent and just get extra action points, extra recovery of action points, like extra health, extra armor. And I really like going for this because it helps characters, you know, go online with their builds a little bit sooner. I prefer the faster flow of the gameplay when you only have 2 characters, but they are enhanced to make up for being fewer. And oh, by the way, I will leave links to the build that I'm using down below if you guys want to play this game and you want to play the build. But yeah, so this is going to be a Lone Wolf run. So we're going to have 1 companion, but that's going to be it. And yeah, here we have tags, which depending on what tags you have, and you can gain others throughout playing the game, they can open up dialogue options. So Beast is a barbarian and noble. You can't change the ones for the origin characters, but if you're making your own character, you can choose between any of these and just really make your guy or gal. But with that over, Mr. Young Beast, Sexy Beast, is gonna start his adventure. So we're gonna start the game. There's gonna be an opening cutscene. It's not very long, and then we're gonna start playing. I really hope you guys enjoy this video and this video series. I'm excited to be doing something, you know, more lengthy. I know I started like the Witcher playthrough, but Divinity is a game that I know I love, and I really do want to finish. And I think doing a video series is going to be the best way for me to finally get the motivation to take it all the way to the end. But now let us click Start Game, and you know, start the game. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy. Yes.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. I'd planned. I was shackled and collared and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead, I became part of their story.
Alright, confession time. I've never seen that before in my life. I thought I had. I usually don't skip cutscenes on my first playthrough of things, but that did not ring any bells.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry. The sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
Alright. So, we're on a boat. Lonely Island style. Oh, yes, we get the beast hat.
A new dawn, a new day. Now, to get control of this barge before sundown.
So, as per RPG standards, we're of course going to be looting a wee bit. You can take this bucket, it does function as a helmet. But it gives you less initiative. I'm sorry if you can hear noises. My wife is packing and cleaning. We're moving soon, so this whole area is like a fairly new thing that was added after the game's release. We can't go in there. It's like a tutorial deck on this ship, but it does have a little bit of loot and some. And a fight, so we're just going to get into it and do it. So we can move items as long as we can reach them.
Oh, would you look at that?
So the game is divided into 3 acts. The first act I've played through several times, so I'm very familiar with it. The second act I've gotten, I think, pretty far into, but obviously never completed. I haven't been to that section of the game as often as the first part, so I'm not as familiar with that. And the third act I have never seen. I know nothing about, so I'm really looking forward to getting there, but that's going to be quite a while in the future. So by holding down Alt, we can see all sorts of items. We can also hover the names to see what they do. I am not the type of player that just goes hoarding every single thing. But we do get a letter. Orders from the guard steward. Important! It's coming to my attention again that several of you are bypassing the cargo hold security measures by sliding boxes onto pressure plates. This will not do. The purpose of these measures is to require the presence of at least 3 magisters at a change of shift. Any deviation will result in at least 1 magister getting thrown overboard. Make sure it isn't you. Magister Siwan. So that's just a way to show you that in order to get through here and take this knife, you gotta do this.
Oh, would you look at that?
Speaking of knife, this build that I'm going to be using is versatile. Oh yeah, damn it! It goes between archery and dual wielding daggers, so getting a knife right away is really good. It's going to help us get stuff done. So in this room we have an electric discharge scroll. We got a sleeping guard, and we got a prisoner. Hemoir. You can talk to him.
Hey, get me out of this cage and I'll make it worth your while. You in?
Let's just agree to help. Like, this is the tutorial deck, so we're not going to spend too much time here.
Give that lever a pull, and I guarantee we'll both get something out of the deal.
So he's a sleazy little prick. If I let him go, he's going to try to kill me. And there's also this guy right here, who's gonna wake up. Oh, was that really necessary? Well, now we can loot this. Get a pair of lockpicks, that's good. So now we're sneaking. It's very discreet. I gotta say, you know, it's very discreet. So we can't get behind this guy and get a backstab. How do you quick save? F5. So now we're fighting them.
I should have known there'd be trouble.
We got a good hit on him. We do have oh, so my face cam is gonna block some of the text. I mean, this is called backlash, right? Which will get us behind him and give us the backstab. It only costs 1 action point, which is really, really efficient. We also have adrenaline, which will give us 2 immediate action points, but we'll lose 2 next turn. It's really good for just having 1 turn where you just burst really hard. And this build definitely takes advantage of that later on. We have Sucker Punch, which is just each, I think each, but at least most weapon combinations have like a special ability you just get. So there's one if you have a shield, there's one if you're going two-handed, there's one with bows, and if you have 1 knife, you get Sucker Punch, which is really good because it knocks down targets. Which is actually really good, but I mean, we can kill him.
Into the dark with you.
And then he has a key.
Sleeping dogs lie.
2 gold. We also have First Aid, which is just a really good healing skill. It heals and also cures a good bit of very common status effects, which is really good. So yeah, we're gonna fight this guy. I think we are. I'm gonna let him go. Hello, Hamar. I'm gonna let you go, buddy. I am not aware at all of what you're gonna do.
The prisoner's buoyant voice darkens as his eyes rest on yours.
Ah, freedom. Tastes better than wine.
Good for
I'm
you.
nothing if not a man of my word. And I did give my word I'd set you free, lad. Say your prayers while you've breath to speak them. The halls await.
Well, boy. Lucky for me, I had the meta knowledge that you were going to betray me. Can I do this through the wall? Yeah, I can. I mean, that's pretty good. Because then we get into him, we get a free backstab. So, knockdown and a lot of other effects, including status effects, are blocked by armor. Like this says resisted by physical armor, which means that if the target has any physical armor remaining after the initial damage from this, they will not be knocked down. As you can see here, I have this little white bar, that's my physical armor. I have 2 of 2. Here there's going to be a blue bar showing magic armor, which we don't have any magic armor yet. And this guy has no armor, so he has no way of countering this.
I'll yield to none.
So now that he's down, I mean, we just go for the stab. We go for the stab. He's gonna have to get up. He loses his entire turn. Knockdown is really good, and there are some knockdown abilities that are actually insane. Okay, we can just look at the action through the wall. That's nice. So we just stab him again. Backstab critical. Backstab critical. And we can use adrenaline to give ourselves an extra 2 action points, which are these green orbs down here. Which gives us just enough to... yeah.
What would they have to gain by killing me? I need to keep my guard up.
Obviously, this fight is not meant to be difficult. So just me brutalizing this boy that alone does not say much about the build or about my skill level, which we all know is relatively high. But you're gonna see that if I pull off this build correctly, what we did to this man, we're gonna do to a lot of people. Some empty potion bottles. We can get recipes, craft potions, and getting these potion bottles is gonna help. It's gonna help with that. I'm sorry if my commentary is gonna be a little bit all over the place. Obviously, this is not a type of game that I am used to commentating, but hopefully I'm able to deliver. Alright, so here we can see there's a little bit of poison on the ground. If I had a ranged weapon, I could have blown up this ooze barrel. I don't, so there is not much we can do about it. We can take these, some healing potions, that's good. If you don't have a key for a door, you can break it down. It'll hurt the durability of your weapon, but obviously this knife that we're rocking right now is not going to stay for long. You okay, dude? Can I petrifying touch myself? No. That removes poison, so if I could do it to myself, that'd be pretty cool. But that's it. Oh, we forgot this barrel. There's not going to be much in there. That's the tutorial deck.
Nowhere to go but up.
Nowhere to go but up. Into the actual first part of the game. I'm sure. I crushed it. I wrecked them fools. Alright, so now we are here. Like I said, I'm not gonna take all the loot. Like you can take all sorts of crap, and you know, build up your bartering skill, and actually, well, that's worth 60 gold though, and actually sell all this crap for a profit, a measly profit, but a profit nonetheless. These jars here, I think, are worth like 60 a piece as well. There's a gold cup that's worth 125, really good. And this woman does not care at all.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper.
No,
Yes.
shut up. I'm
Looks
stealing
the
from
collar
you.
fits snugly enough. Nice bit of work. There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash.
So I'm gonna let characters speak out their dialogue, just so you guys don't have to hurry up and read stuff. But I would love feedback on how that works for you.
Your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs.
I mean, I'm done reading long before they're done talking, and if you guys just want me to be a little quicker about this, then just let me know, and I will.
Deck in the officers' quarters.
So here we have a dialogue option that is open to us because we have the noble tag. Now that you're up, you'd like to bathe and dine. Tell her to ring for the servants. My first time trying to read out a dialogue option, I used the accent, but it's not an actual thing that I say. But I would like to bathe and dine, so ring for the servants, lady.
Oh dear, I'm afraid you're a long way from home, my lord. A long way from the little bells that make footmen come a-running.
Index
enough.
fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative.
I hope that sedative didn't include adrenaline, because I am in fact allergic to that.
Oh well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. An end to Source. For good.
So, Source is like this epic power thing that a lot of people, including, you know, Beast, has. And we have this collar on us. You can see like the blue circling. That mutes the Source, so we don't have access to our Source abilities right now, but, you know, we'll get that later. And a lot of people think that it's a bad thing, and they want to cure the Source. Also, let me know, like, do you want me to go through all the dialogue options, or... I mean, like, here they're just for small talk.
Is he? Oh well. Some problems simply sort themselves, don't they?
So I'm just going to take my leave, because there's nothing to gain from continuing that conversation.
Good gods, there's been a murder here.
There's been a murder here. And there I go looting again. Really nothing? I think the loot is kind of randomized, because I'm pretty sure I have found stuff in here before. We can go in here and talk to Magister Waters.
Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
Ask why she's letting you cause at the crime scene. For all she knows, I could be the killer.
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course.
I am a sorcerer after all. Maybe I could.
Not with that collar on you, Aunt.
Oh, shut up.
Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. Thanks. I just want to catch whoever did this before they hurt.
So, I'm not sure there's any other way to do this, but if you're an elf,
No known associates.
then you can eat flesh and get like the memories of the dead people. And in this case, if you can, you know, somehow loot this corpse without getting caught, you get a piece of its flesh and you find out who the murderer was. But I have no idea if there's a way for me to do it as a non-elf. Here we have a bedroll, one of the best items in the game. We just click it, and we fully heal. And we get the rested status, which gives us a bonus to our stats for a little while. But of course, the real kicker is just, it's the full heal. You can just full heal all the time. Which is great. I'm going to take this first. Got a pair of shoes. They give 1 physical armor. I'm going to take that. Wait, is it my hat that gives armor? It gives 1.
No. You sure about that?
I'm pretty sure we lose this hat soon. After this this ship section is over.
God, didn't your mother teach you any manners? She got eaten by a Voidwalker.
So there are a lot of people here. All the other origin characters are here. We have Losi, Fane, the Red Prince,
Classify this slop as food.
Ifan,
I've seen more appetizing
Sebil.
plague-stricken pigs.
This is where Beast would sit if you're not playing as him.
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty. Turnips and water are all I was given.
And as always, no one is gonna care if I just casually meander about, looting some stuff.
Well,
So back here we got a greasy key, which will lock us into the greasy door.
has the Majesty's more concern?
It's nice that the door and the key have the same slippery texture, if you will. But yeah, I want to make this playthrough as enjoyable and watchable for you guys as possible, so... Ooh, restoration scroll. That'll help us heal. So any feedback on the format here, how you want me to approach the looting, the dialogue, small poison bottle. There's a lot of food here, but I'm not going to take that. And I'm sure someone's in the comments is going to say, Ace, you son of a bitch. Without that garlic, you can't defeat the final boss of the game. Mr. Vampire Bro. I know that's not a spoiler, because I have no idea what the final boss is, but I'm pretty sure it's not a vampire. We got a second knife, which is good, because we're going to be dual-wielding knives. So for as long as that lasts, we're going to go with it. We're gonna talk to this dude.
It's a register, sir. Good, good. Magister Williams is just about done with the last passenger. You faring okay so far?
I'm fine.
Glad to hear it. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
Thank you.
Keep those bolts trained on her, and if she
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad.
She's pretty crazy.
You there, sorcerer. Go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
Yes, sir.
By all means, do as the officer says. But you had better hurry, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Oh, don't make a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly. If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
That's what she wants. So it goes into combat, but it's a cutscene. And it's done. And now everything has gone straight to hell.
What's happened?
I got 400 XP though, which, you know, everything is worth it if you get XP. Bottles of wine worth 20 gold apiece. I like that. Cheese bread. Take this wine. Let's loot what is left of these poor people. 4 gold. 3 gold. Nothing. I like that you can zoom in pretty close. Here we got confiscated goods. A shiv. A hatchet. A shiv. And a shiv. I think this is also kind of randomized based on what type of character you're playing, just so you get equipment that's appropriate for what you're trying to do. You know, because you choose that preset at the beginning of the character creation, which is why we got 3 shivs after already looting 2 pocket knives, which has the same stats. It's very nice. Alright, so here we just take the water barrel, put it in the fire, put out the fire. Like, what do you call it? Like, there's like water and fire, poison, all sorts of like these elemental hazards that you can really manipulate. It's really, really cool, and you can mix them. Like this steam cloud, of course, is because we put water on a fire. It's really, really cool. This build is not going to do much interacting with that, but I do have a build in mind for our companion, which will use water a lot, which is really, really cool. I've never really done much elemental stuff, so it's going to be a nice challenge. We have a dog here. We can't kill him, but honestly, the XP is not worth it. And you know what? Like, I always kill him, but I'm gonna pretend to be a nice guy on the internet and let him live. Yeah, if we hold shift, we can see where other people are looking. That automatically turns on when you're sneaking.
Damn, that doesn't bode well.
It's locked. We do have a lockpick. We don't have any thievery skill. Any points in the thievery skill, but maybe we don't need it. Unlocked. Got him. So there are a couple of guys here. They're magisters, which are like the big baddies. You know, they're capturing sorcerers like me, and they're just doing the naughty to us, not the sexual naughty. We got a piece of armor. Let's see. Auto sort usually does the trick. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. What else we got? You know, there's stuff. Journals, cup of water. Cup of water. We gotta take that. Drink water. There's something so endearing about these men just not noticing a barrel walking around. Look at how close I'm getting. Resurrection scroll. If a character dies, you can use that to bring him back. It's epic. So we could talk to these, but I am an assassin. Talking is not really my thing. Almost got him too. He's down to 1. You can see this guy actually has armor. But if I can get behind him, attack through the armor. He has 3 physical armor left. Oh, we don't have flurry because we have 2 knives. We don't have the knockdown. I was kind of hoping we could do that. We almost got him there, though. I don't have... Ooh, well, we have this. So we use this to gain 2 action points. And then we use 2 to kill him. And then we can use Petrifying Touch with the last one, which deals 6 to 7 earth damage. It's resisted by magic armor, but this guy does not have that, so... I don't know if I've ever been able to kill both of those guys in 1 turn alone. Bound tomes, not worth enough money for me to give a damn. So this door is locked. We don't have more lockpicks, but we can just kill it. So you're already gotten a taste for the 2 knives aspects of the build. The other aspect, I don't know if I even mentioned it, but we're gonna be using a bow. So we're gonna be like, you know, shooting them from range, and then we're gonna go invisible, and you'll jump in and then slash, and boom, kill them all, deal a lot of damage. Gonna need some flex tape on all that damage. Raw rabbit meat, I'll take it. 4 gold, I'll take it. So, actually, this video is going to go up until we get off of this ship, which is not too far from now. And for the next video, that's when we're potentially going to be getting a companion. So, for anyone who's familiar with this game and you know, maybe has some preferences about companions, I haven't played any of their side quests. So I have no idea which one would be the most fun for me to try, but if you do have a preference, just let me know down below, and I'll get to it. Because you know, whenever I play, I usually make custom characters, because that's how I play RPGs. I like just making my own dude. Even though in this game you actually lose out on some stuff by doing that. Oh, we have a bow, so which means we can actually kind of start acting as the build would entail. But yeah, I usually just make custom characters, and then I like getting Beast as a companion. But now that we're playing as Beast, then I really have no preference.
You pass through the door and are suddenly face to face with an undead. His skull is bizarrely angular, and a glorious jewel sits in the middle of his forehead.
Yes, describing his face, which is like the one thing we cannot see.
The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia, muttering to himself.
No, no, no! What damn fools record knowledge on a pulped tree? It catches fire, it turns into must when wet, it cannot even resist acid. No wonder they're so bloody ignorant.
The skeleton looks up and notices you for the first time.
Oh. Yes? Shouldn't you be running or screaming or some such?
Shouldn't you be doing the same? I mean, the ship is going down, brother. It's going down like Donkey Kong.
The skeleton groans and looks back to his book, frantically flipping from page to page.
I know your god did not gift you with much, but kindly use the little you were given. Do you look at me and think, why yes, there is someone with organs enough to drown? Trifling matters like water and poison do not concern me. No, damp robes are the most I have to fear. Once this glorified skiff hits the sea floor, I will simply walk to shore. Whereas you, I believe, have lifeboats to pointlessly squabble over. Remember, one of your race's weaknesses is having your lungs filled with water until you can no longer breathe. So, try to avoid that, perhaps.
Thank you.
The skeleton resumes his search, leafing through page after page, while hunching over the book in a futile attempt to keep it dry.
So that's Fane. He's one of our potential companions, if we want. If we had talked to him earlier, when we were in the room with all the other origin characters that I mentioned, he would be disguised as an elf. Because he has like this mask that he uses to disguise as living creatures. Because his race is like a super mystical skeleton boy race.
The marking on the door, you press your palm against the door to open it. The wood
but he's lost his mask, so part of his quest is, of course, to get that mask back.
The door groans open, but an ashen shadow.
He's pretty cool. I mean, he's really sassy against humans. And here we can see the hentai unfolding in front of us. And undeads, you know, they're immune to poison. I mean, they heal from poison and take damage from healing, which is very common for RPGs. They also take no damage. I mean, they're immune to this death fog, which is instant death for the living. If I were to walk down here, I would actually just die. Like, no exaggeration, I would literally just die. So I'm not gonna do that. Besides, like, there are some corpses here, but they have not good loot at all. So I'm just gonna leave it. Not that I have a choice. So he got hentied. That's pretty nice. So, technically, I'm already doing this wrong, because I have a bow, and the way this build ideally wants to work is you start up with the bow, you shoot as much as you can. Once they get close, or you need to, you know, move around a little bit, you switch to daggers, you jump in with the backlash, or, you know, you move up with invisibility, which we get later, and you just go to town. Luckily, at this point in the game, it doesn't actually matter. You actually have to go a little bit closer, so you can see it shows how far you're going and how many action points it's going to cost you. And we can go up to 5.6 meters without spending more than 1 AP. So we can get here. We can get behind this bitch and just stab him. And you know, let's just stab him. This fight against the vicious voidlings is not too big of a deal. Obviously we don't have the backstab anymore, but we got one of them. We can turn him to stone. He's petrified, which I don't remember what does. We're gonna end our turn with 1 AP, which will carry over into the next round. Okay, so it's really just a stun. That's nice. Let's try flurry. Once we get better daggers, flurry is going to be pretty good. Alright. So yeah, again, like the fights on this boat, ship rather, are not that difficult, but we do get raw lumpy giblets. You gotta love me some raw lumpy giblets. And a spoon to, I guess, eat those giblets. We just click the bedroll and we're fully healed. Don't worry if that seems OP, the game is built around it, so everything is balanced around the fact that you can do these things. But here on the ship, it's not that big of a deal to worry about optimizing your playing. But just to get in a good habit, let's put our weapons down here. which are the ones... Yeah, so I guess we do it like this. So we can just click this, we go into bow mode, we click this, 1 dagger, 2 daggers. Is there a way to switch to both daggers at once? Not really. Which kind of sucks, because that means it's going to cost extra action points to switch weapons, I think. Anyway. So there's a little bit of fire here, but there's some corpses, and the fire is not going to do much. I mean, it makes us warm. Warm and cozy. 2 gold. 2 gold and a blinding radiance scroll. That's pretty good. We just rest. If the fire had actually been dangerous, we could have just taken one of these water barrels up, which would have been great. You can't rest again while you're already rested, so. But so there we go. We got a lifeboat. Hello.
Shut your trap, kid. Children and dwarfs first, just like the old stories say.
I like that. I support that, Gil.
The dwarf
My man.
yanks at one of the nearby ropes to no avail.
You said there were other people down there. We need to help them.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Don't talk to children about tentacles. You yellow-bellied coward. I'll return to the lower deck and check for survivors.
Thank you. There's a ladder right over there. You can go straight down.
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear?
Now, I don't know if you can actually avoid what I'm about to do. I'm pretty sure you can't. Because you're kind of saving some folks. So these magisters from before, they are dead. Now we can loot the chunk of flesh, which as a non-elf, we cannot eat. I mean, we can. I'm pretty sure we can. And here we have the Magister Siwan, which is who's not actually dead. We can't kill her though. She's gonna die anyway. Better it be by my hand, granting me experience and loot. I mean, that's stained pants, alright? I live for stained pants.
If you can walk, get yourself up the ladder. There's a wait, void woken.
Alright, so there's like a quick fight here. Luckily, we have this. We actually got him. Okay, that's pretty good.
Let the games begin.
So, when you pick companions, which we're going to be able to do fairly soon, you get to choose what class they're going to play. But now they're just really showing you like their, it's not even their favorite class, it's just, I don't know, I guess their lore friendly class. So Sibyl is like a rogue, very similar to what we're doing. Red Prince, I'm not sure. Losi, I'm not sure. I mean, she's a magic user of some sort, that's for sure. And I think Red Prince is maybe like a fighter type of dude. I don't know. Can I hit him from here? Barely. I have to really properly aim my mouse. Can I just... Okay, that's better. Alright, we killed 2. I don't often actually get to kill 2 in this fight. I guess I'm just that OP. Yeah, let's go. And then we can't go on the boat because normally I actually shouldn't be going this fast. Because it's a scripted event where the master of hentai arises from the sea to claim my soul.
I have plans for you, child.
That's supposed to be us. I know it doesn't look like it. I mean, where's the youthful, sexy, dwarven man body?
We lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
That's nice. Loading Fort Joy. So Fort Joy is pretty much the first act of the game. More or less. Like, we're on this island. It's like a ghetto prison for sorcerers. And we're gonna get out of here. We just washed up on the shore. We lost our beautiful hat.
Fran! My hat. Oh, damn it. Floating a few good miles out by now.
Yeah, that's nice.
Am I the lone survivor?
No. Or, yes, maybe. Shell. Look at those hairy arms to my beautiful boy. But, I mean, that's it. We are on the Fort Joy beach. We made it off the ship. And like I said, this is where the video is going to end. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're excited for our adventure into Divinity Original Sin 2. For once in my goddamn life, I'm going to finish this game. I'm going to do it on camera. Should we level up now or later? I mean, you can't even see the stats, so why should I do it now? I'll see if I can relocate my my face cam a little bit. I mean, face cam is always tricky in games like this where there's stuff everywhere. Like in Gwent, it's very focused in the middle. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you are hyped for this series, do leave a like on this video. Just to help, you know, support me and tell me that, hey Ace, you're doing your thing. We love you. We support you. And we wish you the best. Thanks for all the lovely comments and just all the support on my Goodbye Gwent video. It was... I did not expect that many comments. Like, I expected the support because you guys have always been awesome. But that many comments, oh my god. And just so much... You guys have so much nice things to say. And I really appreciate it. It really gave me the motivation and inspiration to keep going. And, you know, just jump into it. Like rebranding a channel, rebuilding it, and doing something widely different, that's scary. And it's going to take a lot of work. But we can do it. We can do it. I hope to see you again soon. For the next episode of Divinity Original Sin 2. With a young, sexy beast. Until then, have a good one, guys. We're back. We're doing it. Just different. I love you. Drink water. Stay healthy. Like I said, we are moving very soon, so like I don't know how frequent videos are going to be able to be for the next coming weeks, but I'm going to try to get as many out, you know, this week as possible before we move. I'm probably going to have time like every day to make a video, so hopefully we'll get a few episodes going just to really get into it, and we'll see where our path takes us, huh? Have a good one. I'll see you soon.